guys, it's Tiff from Thingamavlogs, and this week we're talking about everything Tomorrowland. So today I'm going to go over some of the Disney Easter eggs that are in the 2015 live-action movie starring George Clooney. Fair warning, you guys, there will be spoilers in this video. So if you haven't seen the movie yet and you don't want anything spoiled, then turn it off, stop watching, just go away. Alright, are we good? Everybody's here that wants to be here. Alright, let's go. When we see Frank Walker as a boy, we see him going to the 1964 World's Fair. This is a huge, huge event in Disney history, and these scenes are riddled with all kinds of fun Disney Easter eggs. When Frank steps off the bus, you can hear Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow playing in the background. This is actually from the Carousel Progress, which debuted at the 1964 World's Fair. It's a great big beautiful tomorrow, shining at the end of every day. Nope, we're not gonna do that anymore. Another Disney attraction that debuted at the World's Fair is Small World. It's not exactly an Easter egg because it's pretty obvious, but it is still cool that the interior shots were filmed inside the Disneyland attraction. Another fun fact that we don't see is Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln also debuted at the 1964 World's Fair. But it may not have been the most riveting thing to put in the movie. If you keep your eye out, you can also see two Disney characters that make an appearance during this sequence. We see the White Rabbit from Alice in Wonderland and the Big Bad Wolf from Three Little Pigs. These two characters are specifically chosen as narrative nods to the film. The White Rabbit represents Athena taking Frank down the rabbit hole to Tomorrowland, and the Big Bad Wolf is used as a reveal to who the actual antagonist is in the film. Does the Tomorrowland Skyline look familiar? It should. It's based off the silhouette and design of Cinderella Castle in Walt Disney World. We see a very clear comparison of the two in the opening credits of the movie. Athena, one of the most pivotal characters of the film, also harks to a classic Disney character when we first see her on screen. Can you tell which one? It's Wendy Darling. From her blue dress, blue bow, hairstyle, accent, and permanent youth, she was intentionally styled to resemble Wendy, as both characters represent hope and positivity. Athena also never grows up. While we're on Athena, the robots of Tomorrowland are referred to as Audio-Animatronics. Though this is a really common term now, it was specifically coined by Walt Disney himself. The most iconic part of Tomorrowland throughout the Disney parks also makes an appearance in the film. Here you can see Space Mountain dropped right there in the middle of Tomorrowland. Do you think it's actually really boring for them to have Space Mountain since they have like rocket ships and stuff? You remember when Casey is getting released from holding in the beginning of the film? The guard drops all of her personal belongings on the table and you can clearly see a pack of Beeman's gum. This is a reference to Disney's 1991 film, The Rocketeer. Beeman's gum is the Rocketeer's good luck charm and is also used to fix his jetpack. The Blast from the Past store. Wow, the amount of nods throughout this entire store are insane, but I'm just gonna cover a few Disney specific ones in case you missed them. For starters, there's a lot of really obvious Star Wars stuff everywhere, so we'll just go ahead and get that out of the way. It's there, it's there, it's there. Let's move on. There are two hidden Mickeys throughout the store, and not just the circle shapes that make a Mickey, but actually Mickey Mouse. A Mickey figure is located along the shelf in a glass display, and the other is a vintage Mickey hat on a shelf on the high wall. I actually had the Daisy Duck version of that hat from Disney World in the 90s, and I still wish that I had it today. Possibly my favorite thing that's hidden in this little store is an Emperor Zurg action figure from Toy Story 2 on a small table in front of a retro TV. During the fight scene in the sci-fi shop, there are two Disney toys that you can see if you're really, really quick. You get a quick glimpse of Donald Duck and a Mr. Incredible action figure, which is super fitting because Brad Bird also directed The Incredibles. Though it's not a Disney film, it's still pretty cool that there are numerous nods to Brad Bird's first full-length animated movie, The Iron Giant. It's actually super great and probably my favorite non-Disney animated movie. Check it out. When Casey enters the store and sets the Tomorrowland pin down on top of the counter, she puts it right in the middle of a comic for the black hole. This references the 1979 live-action Disney production of The Black Hole, which I've heard is kind of scary and weird, so I kind of want to watch it. Did you know Walt Disney's also hiding in the store? The photo hanging above the cash register is the classic photo of Walt Disney and the moon. Now, that's not every Easter egg in the movie, but it should at least help you get started if you want to watch it again and see what else you can find.